right, this video is for the lesson 2.5 homework. All we're doing is evaluating functions today. So when you evaluate a function, it says something like this, like f of x equals, f of x is just a fancy y, it's just the name of the function, okay? And then it says evaluate at f of 6. All that means is make x equal 6. Okay, what you need, love? No, they're not graded yet, but if you need it, just toss it back in there. Very bottom. All right, so what I'm going to do, so here's how I taught 8th graders to do this stuff. Let me find a pencil. All right, so what I taught them was you rewrite the whole function. Don't worry about the name, the f of x. Again, that's just a fancy y. And I had them write it pretty big. Okay. All right, and then what we did, anywhere where we saw an x, we went back and we put parentheses around the x's. Okay? That was step 2. Step 3 was to erase the x and replace it with whatever number they gave you. And then let me pull my calculator up. I haven't even used it today at all. Okay, so once you get it all rewritten out, hopefully I can get all this to fit where you can see everything. I have not even eaten lunch yet today, so. Okay, you're going to type it in just like you see it. Okay, parentheses, everything. So calculator page, control division will make a fraction. And I'm going to do parentheses 8, parentheses 6, close them, minus 6, plus 2, more parentheses. And I know it feels weird to double up on them, but it's right. And then plus 10, plus 2, times 6. All you're doing, it's like a code. You're breaking a code. All you have to do is type it in. And so here are your answers. 49. And you may not need to write it with pencil. You may be able to go, and everywhere that you see an X, go, okay, I'd put a 9 in parentheses, minus 3, and then here's another X, so a 9 in parentheses, minus 2. If you need to write it out in pencil, then go put parentheses around your X's, then go erase and swap out. You do whatever works best for you. The parentheses, that extra set of parentheses, make sure that your calculator does the math right. So I know it feels weird to be putting all those parentheses in there, but it just makes sure that your calculator's doing what it needs to be doing. Ew, how did I do that? That should have been a 2. I'm sorry. Okay. So just kind of plug and chug today. I'll do the fraction one because fractions suck. Alright, so instead of that x, I'm going to put negative 7/3 squared. Instead of that x, negative 7/3. And then plus 21. And then you just type it in. Again, watch your negatives and your subtraction signs. Oh my gosh. I am so ready for my new laptop to be here. To do an exponent of 2, it's this key right here next to the 4. If you hit that, it'll put the little 2 up high. Make sure you get out of the exponent. Oh, keyboard. And just leave it in that form. If it gives you something wonky, it's fine. Just leave it in that form. Negative 308 over 9. So those are kind of basics. All right, down here at the bottom, what we do. Now we've got 2 functions, f and g. Again, those are just names. They're just a fancy y. So this one says f of 3. So that f function, I'm going to plug a 3 in for those x's. So 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 11. And then for the g function, I'm going to plug a 2 in. Where there's an X, oh, that should have got parentheses. Okay, I'm going to work each of them out. And so that one equals 2. And then that bottom one is a -6. My last step, see this one says add. So I would do 2 plus -6. Take my two answers, add them together. And that's my final answer. So all this evaluating, it's like a code. It's like you're breaking a code. That's the best way I can describe it. All right, so this one, I'm going to put a -4 into the f function. I'm going to put a +5 into the g function. But this one's subtraction. Order matters on subtraction. So, and parentheses. Really make sure you're putting those parentheses, especially when you're squaring something. And then g would be 5. Okay. So -4 squared plus 4, -4 plus 1 equals 1. And then 5 squared minus 2 gives me a 23. So when I subtract, I'm going to do 1 minus 23 because that f comes first. And I get -22. Totally awful or not too bad? Not too bad. All right, there is a quiz up on Delta Math. It's solving equations. Menu 3-1. Menu 3-1, the whole thing, you should get 100. Memphis, have they got you a Chromebook yet, babe? Okay. I'm not going to worry with it today. When I get back Friday, I'll get you set up in Google Classroom and all of that stuff. Okay, love? All right, if you'll need me, let me help you. If you want me to check, I'm more than happy to. I may have to record a video.